What's up, team? How's everybody doing? So I just watched this amazing video that was talking about epigenetics, and it's talking about, the universal aspect of that with quantum physics, which is exactly what I like to work with when I'm talking about metaphysics and our physical body. So I have a really big association with that in my world, and as I'm going through my self-reflections today and really taking some time with that, I wanted to record this video. So epigenetics is your consciousness is controlling your behavior and your genes. And so as we're doing this self-reflection, we're actually taking the time to connect with those genes and how that operation has been working in our life, right? So what are we thinking about? Like, do we constantly have these past thoughts that are coming through that we keep grabbing onto, or it's taking our attention? Or are we understanding that that's passing through and we are on to seeing the bigger picture? Now, sometimes it's hard to see that bigger picture because we don't take enough time with that stuff. Okay, it's not like a regulated, they taught me this in school type stuff. It's stuff that, like, life experience takes us to cause us to want to self-reflect and want something different, or create something different, or desire something bigger, right? So think of the big picture and let the universe take you there without telling the universe how it's going to manifest. Okay, this is all universally speaking with the epigenetics as far as like the thoughts go. So if we're constantly giving energy to these old past thoughts that something could possibly, we got to attack every obstacle that we are going to face right now in this very moment. This is not going to happen. Okay. Because that's a lot of energy, right? I just felt it like that. There's a lot of energy. Yeah. And so we are the creators of that, and we are the responsible party of that, because nobody else has any kind of control of the thoughts that we have going on in our mind. However, they may have a effect on them if we do not know or take the time with our thoughts. So being able to take that responsibility and really give ourselves the opportunity to know where we're at with that and what's going on with that. And so that's what I'm doing today as far as self-reflection goes. Today is one of the biggest, the thinnest part of the veil, which is like, I love it. And we just passed the blood moon, which is like accepting that we have gone through some pressures and pains in this life and whatever it is we're manifesting, but accepting those challenges as, challenges, and that we have faced them, and that we have conquered strengths and victories in those things, and that we're still okay right now in our thoughts, and very hopeful and very open to loving and giving and receiving, what we can, being open to receiving, blessings and gratitude, especially if you're in a completely different position. I can say that, I used to be the home where everybody could just go to if, they needed a little spark in their day because life was kind of getting the best of them, right? And I loved that I created that space because that's what I wanted for a long time in my life. And so it felt really good to be able to be that. And now I'm kind of in a position where that is happening to me, and I am being made aware of the openness to accepting that from the people in my life. So kind of a cool gig to explain it like that. Taking some time with that and finding gratitude in that is what I've been having to do. And I came across this quantum energy and epigenetics. I can't wait to get this down. Epigenetics. So what are we thinking about? Are we thinking about the big picture? Have we given ourselves some time with that bigger picture? Have we thought about it, or have we just kind of been going with the flows of this life and like, what's the next step? What's the next step? What's the next step? What's the next step? Right? So thinking of the picture and letting the universe take you there without telling the universe how it's going to happen. It's not about taking the next step, but taking a step out that was slowing down our manifestations is what I got from this particular video. Absolutely fantastic. And making room for that quantum energy to work together with your genes and these new ideas that you're having, these desires of more. So You know what I'm saying? So like the expansion on our relationships, the expansion on our career. If you're, opening a business, if, there's relationships in your world that have, taken some twists and turns, but you know that that's for a greater purpose. Whether it's a relationship with yourself that gives you the opportunity to stand up for what you think is right and no longer be fighting these aimless little, fights. I just wrote that down too. I'm down to fight as long as we are fighting for something worth fighting for. I have no time for aimless fights. I have no time for aimless fight energy. There is no comparisons. We are all here for differences and different reasons. So we all play this beautiful, we're fucking stew, bro. We could be. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want no rotten stuff in my stew. I'm not trying to bring any rotten stuff to my stew. And so, today I'm really just doing, my little self-reflections and being with myself and taking some time to understand that things are transforming right now. And the veil is very thin. And what is it that I want to transform in my world? What evaluations can I take right now that can give me the outcome that it is that I want? Because it's not like we don't want these outcomes. They're there. Right there, And so, diving in a little deeper with myself today is what I was doing. And this video just kind of came up because I came across it as I was going through this and I was writing. And just amazing information that really kind of helped me along my journey in that transformational situation that I'm in. So, I just... I wrote some things down that, I was going through to understand it on a deeper level. Things that I have experienced again in a different way in my life. But I kind of went back to, places that I did that and I found forgiveness within, a very, very important and close relationship with someone I love and myself. And so really finding forgiveness for, carrying a frequency this long in life when I didn't have to, but I did, because today is the day that I get to have some self-reflection on that and understand it on a deeper level, not only for myself, but for, somebody I care about. So as I go to address that situation in a very compassionate and fulfilling way for both her and I really wanted to understand it on a deeper level, and Spirit really helped me with that. So, finding forgiveness in that. Today, I actively heal and deal in this energy balance with harmony, acceptance, forgiveness, gratitude to learn about this today. And I clear anything that may have been debris of that, because we did have some experiences. I had lots of experiences through that. We've had lots of experiences through that. And so I clear that so that we can make way for the riches that are meant for more there. This new beautiful space that I have found today. I have definitely wanted to create, address what was taking up that space in a very positive way, and make room for the riches that we are meant to share there. So, a beautiful day of transformation. We have Halloween tomorrow. We've gone through this beautiful solar eclipse that's shed light on areas in our life, people in our life, the way that we move in our life. And, we don't have to be really, really hard on ourselves and know that everyone's going through this. It's not just a universal me, my, mine, why you coming at me like that type stuff. It's oh shoot, there was some emotions there, and there was some energy there that's no longer coming to this new earth with us, to these new thoughts, these bigger pictures, right? So just some quantum energetics with some epigenetics, which is pretty freaking cool. And I wanted to share that because that's really, really the dynamic of who I am and how I live my life. And So I share that through, readings and just the education behind that. Because I do like to, I'll see a piece of something and I like to deep dive into it so I know and have an understanding for that before I go and just incorporate that in my life, right? To see, what works and what doesn't work. And this year I have literally shown myself how really resilient I am and how adaptable I can be. And how I can find home and wherever I'm at. And, being able to do those things, not just for myself, but as a reflection, one, that A, it's possible, and two, for the people that I care about, because I want the same for them too. And so, yeah, much love, guys. Many blessings. I do want to direct you over to this quantum the quantum video that I was watching, and just it's beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. So here is to creating the life that we desire. Here is to caring about ourselves and humanity. Here is to having compassion in the world and understanding that we weren't the only ones to experience this particular pain or this particular sorrow, that there are people out there that have had to face the pressure and understand what it takes to get through those beautiful trenches and valleys so that we can sit on top of that hill and look down and see how far we've come. And for that, I'm truly, truly grateful, because it's been a year of that gratitude. That's something that exists, that cannot be destroyed. So it's been a beautiful thing. Anybody else that's been on this journey and that's had some really, challenging times and obstacles in this last year, I want to say that I'm proud of you, because handling that pressure is not always that easy. But being able to handle that pressure definitely shows us how resilient we are and how valuable we are to the world and our personal experience. And so, much love, guys. Many, many blessings. And until we meet again.